The tension was palpable at the annual Global Tech Summit, where political leaders and tech giants gathered to discuss the future of technology and innovation. But no one anticipated the explosive confrontation that unfolded between Senator Elizabeth Warren and billionaire Elon Musk. In a heated exchange that left the audience stunned, Warren publicly accused Musk of destroying America, igniting a firestorm of debate and controversy. The summit had started smoothly, with various tech leaders presenting ambitious ideas for the future. Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, took the stage to discuss his vision for integrating AI into everyday life. As he outlined plans for autonomous technology and space colonization, the audience applauded enthusiastically. However, when it was Senator Warren's turn to speak, the mood shifted dramatically. Standing at the podium, Warren began by addressing the dangers of unchecked corporate power in the tech industry. Without naming Musk directly, she warned of the risks posed by billionaires who prioritize profits over public welfare. Technology should serve the people, not enslave them, Warren declared. We cannot allow a handful of individuals to control the future while ignoring the consequences of their actions. Musk, seated in the front row, smirked as Warren spoke. But as her speech progressed, the tension became unmistakable. Warren turned directly toward Musk and pointed a finger, her voice rising. "Elon Musk, you are one of the biggest offenders," she said, drawing gasps from the crowd. "Your companies claim to innovate, but at what cost? Exploiting workers, evading taxes, and polluting our democracy, you're destroying America." Musk, clearly unamused, stood up and walked to the microphone designated for panel questions. "With all due respect, Senator," he said, his tone dripping with sarcasm, "I think your understanding of innovation is as outdated as your approach to economics. Tesla, SpaceX, these are companies creating jobs, advancing humanity, and solving problems your government can't even begin to address." The audience was on edge, waiting to see how Warren would respond. She didn't hesitate. "Don't lecture me on innovation, Elon," she shot back. "When your companies underpay workers, dodge taxes, and crush smaller competitors, you're not advancing humanity, you're exploiting it." The crowd gasped audibly as Musk stepped forward, gripping the microphone tightly. "Senator Warren, I think your definition of exploitation is funding billion-dollar programs that produce zero results while expecting taxpayers to foot the bill. My companies are self-made. Can you say the same about your policies?" Warren, undeterred, leaned into the moment. "Self-made?" she asked incredulously. "You've received billions in government subsidies. Let's not pretend you're above the system. You've milked it for everything it's worth while trying to dismantle the very institutions that made your success possible." The room grew silent. Even the tech summit moderators appeared unsure of how to intervene. Musk chuckled dryly. "Ah, the classic subsidies argument," he said. "Yes, my companies received grants to innovate and create jobs. Just like your campaign takes donations from Wall Street while you pretend to fight for the little guy." The crowd's reaction was divided, with some attendees clapping for Musk's retort while others murmured in support of Warren. Social media users watching the live stream exploded with comments. Hashtags like #Warren vs. Musk and #TechShowdown trending within minutes. Warren wasn't finished. "You call yourself a visionary," she said, stepping closer to the edge of the stage. "But vision without accountability is a recipe for disaster. You think your wealth gives you the right to play God, but it doesn't." Musk interrupted, his voice sharper now. "And you think your government gives you the right to tell me how to run my businesses? Senator, innovation thrives on freedom, not regulation." The moderator finally stepped in, attempting to restore order. "Let's focus on the broader theme of the summit," she said. But neither Warren nor Musk seemed willing to let it go. "You talk about freedom," Warren countered, ignoring the moderator. "But what about the freedom of the workers you exploit? What about the freedom of the communities affected by your environmental violations?" Musk shook his head, a slight smirk on his face. "Spare me the lecture, Senator. Tesla is one of the most environmentally responsible companies in the world. But I don't expect someone who drives a gas-powered car to understand that." The jab drew laughter from some in the audience, but Warren wasn't laughing. "Deflection won't save you, Elon," she said firmly. "The fact is, you've built an empire on the backs of hard-working people, and it's time you faced accountability." By now, the debate had completely overshadowed the summit's original purpose. Attendees were glued to their seats, watching the unexpected showdown unfold like a political drama. News outlets interrupted regular programming to air the exchange, dubbing it the Tech Summit Showdown. Commentators on both sides quickly took to social media to weigh in. Progressives praised Warren for confronting Musk, calling her a fearless advocate for the people. Meanwhile, Musk supporters lauded his ability to push back, framing him as a champion of free enterprise. The exchange even sparked memes, with one showing Musk launching a rocket labeled innovation, while Warren chased after it with a net labeled regulation. Another depicted Warren holding a giant hammer labeled accountability, aimed squarely at Musk's head. As the confrontation continued, other panelists attempted to steer the discussion back to broader topics, but their efforts were futile. Warren and Musk dominated the conversation, each refusing to yield an inch. "Your companies are too big, too powerful, and too dangerous," Warren declared. "It's time we broke them up to protect democracy." "Break them up?" Musk replied, his tone incredulous. "You mean destroy the very industries that are keeping America competitive? Great plan, Senator. Maybe we can all go back to horse-drawn carriages while you regulate progress out of existence." The audience erupted in mixed reactions, some clapping, others booing. The tension in the room was palpable, and it was clear that the debate had struck a nerve with everyone present. Outside the venue, protests broke out as supporters and detractors of both Warren and Musk clashed. Signs reading, "Stop Corporate Greed," were held alongside banners proclaiming, "Let innovation thrive." Police were called to maintain order as the debate fueled divisions far beyond the summit's walls. Meanwhile, the internet exploded with commentary. A viral tweet captured the moment Warren pointed at Musk, with the caption, "Elizabeth Warren isn't here to play games." Another popular post featured Musk's smirking response, captioned, "Elon Musk, taking no prisoners." Late-night talk shows quickly turned the confrontation into parody gold. One skit depicted Warren and Musk battling in a courtroom while throwing futuristic gadgets at each other. Another imagined the two debating on Mars, with Musk building colonies while Warren passed out tax forms. As the summit wrapped up, journalists rushed to interview both Warren and Musk. Warren stood by her comments, telling reporters, "Someone needs to hold billionaires like Musk accountable. They can't just profit while the rest of us pick up the pieces." Musk, meanwhile, was equally defiant. "She's pandering to her base," he said in a post-summit interview. "If she spent half as much time understanding innovation as she does attacking it, we might actually get somewhere." The confrontation quickly became a defining moment for both figures. For Warren, it was a chance to position herself as the bold leader willing to take on corporate power. For Musk, it was an opportunity to cement his image as a rebellious innovator standing up to government overreach. Both camps began using the moment in their respective campaigns. Warren's team released an ad showing clips of her speech interspersed with images of workers and families, ending with the tagline, "Fighting for the people." Musk's team, meanwhile, created a video highlighting his accomplishments, paired with the line, "Innovation can't be stopped." Polls showed that the exchange had deeply polarized voters. Progressives rallied behind Warren, while Musk supporters praised his unapologetic defense of free enterprise. Independents were split, with some seeing Warren as courageous and others viewing Musk as a necessary force for progress. As the media frenzy continued, political analysts speculated about the long-term impact of the showdown. "This wasn't just a debate," one commentator said. "It was a clash of two visions for America. One rooted in accountability, the other in innovation." Even weeks later, the confrontation remained a hot topic. Town halls, talk shows, and social media platforms buzzed with discussions about the role of billionaires in shaping society and the responsibility of government to regulate them. For better or worse, the moment had etched itself into the fabric of American politics. Warren and Musk, two titans from different worlds, had collided in a way no one could ignore. And for the millions watching, the question remained, whose vision would define the future? In the aftermath of the fiery showdown between Elizabeth Warren and Elon Musk, the dust refused to settle. News networks dedicated entire segments to analyzing the clash, replaying the key moments on a loop. Panels of experts debated who had won the confrontation, with some praising Warren's boldness and others admiring Musk's composure under fire. For Warren, the moment became a rallying cry. She took to the campaign trail, highlighting her stance against corporate overreach. At a town hall in Wisconsin, she declared, "When Elon Musk says he's creating innovation, what he really means is creating wealth, for himself. We need to rein in unchecked power before it's too late." The crowd cheered, and Warren supporters turned the confrontation into a slogan, "Hold the billionaires accountable." Posters featuring her pointing at Musk began appearing at rallies, with captions like, "For the people, not the powerful." Musk, on the other hand, leaned into the moment, using it as an opportunity to reinforce his image as a disruptor. In a live stream from Tesla headquarters, he addressed the exchange directly. "Look," he said with a smirk, "I'm not here to play politics. I'm here to solve problems. If Senator Warren wants to attack me for that, it says more about her than it does about me." Supporters of Musk flooded social media with messages of praise. "Elon Musk isn't just a billionaire, he's a visionary," one user wrote. "We need people like him to push humanity forward, not politicians who only care about votes." Meanwhile, the clash began to have ripple effects across the tech industry. Other tech leaders, wary of being drawn into similar confrontations, started issuing statements emphasizing their contributions to society. One CEO even joked, "I'm staying away from summits for a while. Don't want to end up in Warren's crosshairs." The political world, however, was anything but quiet. Progressive lawmakers rallied behind Warren, echoing her calls for tighter regulations on tech companies. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, "Elizabeth Warren showed us what leadership looks like, standing up to billionaires who think they're above accountability." On the conservative side, commentators framed the clash as yet another example of government overreach. "What Warren doesn't understand," one Fox News analyst argued, "is that people like Musk are creating jobs and driving innovation. Her attack wasn't leadership, it was grandstanding." The divide was stark, and it wasn't just limited to politics. College campuses hosted debates on the ethics of billionaire-led innovation, while podcasts and live streams featured heated arguments about the balance between progress and accountability. One particularly popular podcast titled, "Visionaries vs. Politicians," racked up millions of downloads in the weeks following the summit. As Warren and Musk continued to dominate headlines, their camps worked tirelessly to control the narrative. Warren's campaign released a new ad featuring her now iconic line, "You're destroying America." The ad juxtaposed clips of her speaking with images of factory workers, small business owners, and families struggling to make ends meet. Musk, not one to back down, responded with a tweet that read, "Destroying America? Last I checked, building rockets and creating clean energy doesn't destroy anything. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an engineer." The tweet garnered millions of likes, sparking yet another wave of debates. Even former President Donald Trump weighed in on the controversy, posting on Truth Social, "Elizabeth Warren attacking Elon Musk? Typical far-left nonsense. Musk is doing more for this country than she ever will." The post quickly went viral, reigniting discussions about Trump's own history with corporate America. As the fallout continued, both Warren and Musk saw their public profiles soar. Warren's fundraising efforts broke records, with small-dollar donations flooding in from across the country. Musk, meanwhile, saw Tesla's stock price jump as supporters rallied around his message of innovation and resilience. However, not everyone was thrilled about the ongoing drama. Some voters expressed frustration with the constant back and forth, calling it a distraction from real issues. While they're arguing on stage, people are struggling to pay their bills, one voter told reporters. "We need solutions, not theatrics." Political analysts warned that the confrontation could have long-term implications for both Warren and Musk. For Warren, this moment cements her as a fighter against corporate greed, one analyst said. For Musk, it reinforces his role as a disruptor who thrives on controversy. The question is, how will this play out in the next election cycle? Internationally, the exchange drew mixed reactions. European leaders praised Warren's stance, with one official calling her a voice of reason in the face of runaway capitalism. Musk's defenders, however, argued that her comments represented an outdated approach to economic growth. Back in the U.S., the feud showed no signs of slowing down. During a rally in California, Warren doubled down on her criticism of Musk. "Elon Musk thinks he's untouchable," she told the crowd. "But no one, not even the richest man in the world, is above accountability." Musk, true to form, fired back on social media. "Accountability starts with competence," he tweeted. "If politicians were half as effective as engineers, we'd have a lot fewer problems." The post quickly went viral, with supporters and critics alike weighing in. The cultural impact of the showdown was undeniable. Late-night comedians continued to parody the exchange, with one sketch featuring an exaggerated version of Musk building a rocket labeled, "Escape Accountability," while Warren chased after him with a giant gavel. Meanwhile, schools and universities began incorporating the debate into their curricula. One professor at Harvard described the clash as a modern-day reflection of the tension between innovation and regulation. Students were tasked with analyzing the arguments of both Warren and Musk, sparking lively classroom discussions. As Election Day approached, the confrontation became a defining issue for voters. Warren used the moment to highlight her broader platform, calling for sweeping reforms to corporate regulations. Musk, for his part, hinted at becoming more involved in politics, teasing the possibility of supporting candidates who shared his vision for innovation. For now, the story remained a flashpoint in American culture, symbolizing the growing divide between those who champion progress at any cost and those who demand accountability for the consequences of that progress. And with both Warren and Musk refusing to back down, the question remained: who would ultimately shape the future?